has the power. It has the power. Oh shit! Today we're taking a look at a car that has so much rich history, that has so much unique story that I need to share with you. It has been on a British sitcom starring Mr. Bean, that he drives the car with a sofa on the top. It has been in the Italian border after a bank robbery as a getaway car. And it even has been chased by Pac-Mans. You guessed it, might probably guessed it. It's the Mini Cooper S. In volcanic orange. This is the first impression. Let's take a look at this car, drive it around town, and tell you what you need to know about it. Now I want to start with the exterior design because we're talking about the Mini Cooper S here. One of the things that distinguishes the Cooper S with the lower end models is this air intakes here that bulges up in the hood that keeps the engine cool, because the engine is a twin power turbo by BMW 2.0 liter engine that produces 192 horsepower and gets up to 0 to 60 in just 6 seconds. Now, considering that this is a city car, that's pretty impressive number there. Mirror caps. This is the thing that I really love about it. Attention to detail by Mini Cooper by giving a contrasting color ahead with the roof too. Quite interesting. I'm gonna point you out with this. This is a cool thing. S badges here, S badges in the front, S badges in the back. So many S badges. What does S stands for anyway? It stands for Sport. Mini Cooper S. Mini Cooper Sport. Ooh, sounds angry. Sounds scary, because it is. Take a look at this 17-inch glossy black wheels. I love glossy black wheels. I am a big fan of glossy black wheels, so I'm gonna give this a pass. If you run along this back over here, it has a few gentle curves around here. The design language is pretty clear. It wants to be original. It wants to mesmerize the older models.
This is tomorrow. Tomorrow, heaven help us, yes.
The history behind this car. And take a look at this checkered layer over here. And gives a matte finish into it and gives just a 3D effect of the car itself. Chrome handles, nonetheless. And this fuel cap that's made of plastic chrome. A cute little detail. I don't know if I can just... The way you open this is pretty simple. That's simple. Plastic! What are you thinking, Mini Cooper? If we get into the back here and see the design of the rear, you will immediately notice of how Mini is trying to mesmerize their old models. I mean, it's distinguishable yet original in the same time. You know, I mean, it's particularly very pleasing to look at. It's the Mini that you love and remember as always. Now, when you get inside a Mini, you start to notice that it's so entertaining inside here. I mean, take a look at this steering wheel by John Cooper Works, JCW, with the right contrast stitching here. It's so firm, it's so nice, it's very well made. The pedal shift here, well, it's a gimmick, to be honest. I mean, it's a plastic pedal shift here, but nonetheless, it's very, very ergonomic. The pedal shift runs from here to here, so it's very comfortable to shift here. The speedometer here are very, very quirky, very, very entertaining to look at. It's sort of a joke, to be honest. I mean, you can't take this car seriously, to be honest. I mean, this car is meant to make you laugh, actually. And take a look at this inspired, aeronautics inspired start-stop button, auto start-stop shift here, and the stability controls here. Everything is just inspired by a lot of things. The contrast stitching here runs very nice. There's a sport and mid and green mode, driving mode, where whatever you prefer. Then the buttons over here to operate the sunroof and to change the LED lights here to, I believe, 10 different colors. And let me just get into this mood light, by the way. This mood light, this is what every car should have. I think mood light really gives you a sense of hominess, of coziness, really. I mean, it's something that it's not boring to look at. If you're in a traffic or something, you just flicker this away, it just changes your mood instantly. So mood light is a very good addition. You have BMW iDrive here that you can navigate through. I love the little details, like how the knobs in the AC here, where you can lower and adjust your temperatures here. This is just a very good example of how to fit all of those things in a very small package. Now, there is a few cubby spaces here, quite spacious to be honest. You have roomy cubby spaces here and a secret compartment here if you want to store secret documents there. I don't know what it's for. And you have such a roomy cubby spaces all around. And the cup holders are just in a very good sizes too. You have additional place to place your coins and stuff if you want. So there's a center consoles here with the iPhone snap-in adapter by BMW. I don't know why they bothered to put that in. Not a lot of people actually use that, to be honest. Now, this speakers. Now this speakers has gone through a lot of positive feedback from audiophiles out there. The Harman Kardon here is actually sounds very, very good. You have the tweeters here, you have the center speakers, you have the mid here. Now talking about the subwoofer in the back, take a look at the back seat here. Let me just squeeze that in. Okay, you have the child seat ISOFIX over there. You're not gonna fit a lot of adults here, probably children or someone small or like your petite girlfriend or something. And I like the details of the speakers here. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I really like how they put an amount of detail on the rear speakers here with the Harman Kardon logos here. Now let's get back into the front here. Everything is manual. You can adjust your thigh here and adjusting it very manually. Everything is quite manual. Now the sunroof is a very, very good wide sunroof. If you don't have sunroof, imagine it's dark, it's stingy here, it feels claustrophobic, to be honest, and this sunroof gives you light. And take a look at this back over here. There's an additional sunroof here that can't open, by the way. It can't open, but it's very great for the rear passengers if you have any kids back there, that they can look at the sky, or in summertime it gives you a little bit of more light there. Now let's talk about the iDrive, because this is what I really want to highlight. This car is so tech-fest inside here that everything is very, very nice. Look, take a look at this. It probably doesn't matter to people, but this is something that BMW Group actually did right. I mean, this is not just an aesthetic thing, it's just a functional thing. So if you, there you go. You see? I think it's just, I don't know, I think that the smallest detail, I think it's something that matters the most. If you're setting the temperature here, the blue and red comes in. How cool is that? And the pink guides you. The pink acts as your finger here, as you. Oh man. Now, if I told you earlier about the sport, the mid and green, your driving preference, right? You can shift it there and look, maximum go-kart feel. They're not taking things too seriously. I love that. And if you switch to mid, typical mini driving fun, and if you switch to green, low consumption driving fun. Now who might want to do that? Probably I'm not gonna do that. Probably I'm just gonna do mid or even sport, maximum go-kart feel. It increases the throttle response and it goes faster. Okay, do you need to know more? Probably you don't. it goes faster. Okay, now let's go through. Who the hell calls me in the middle of a review? Oh jeez, probably I might turn that to airplane mode. Anyway, let's take a look at the features here. Mini connected, you basically can connect to mobile care hotline. You basically can connect to a lot of BMW's connected services or whatever. I'm just changing the mood light, okay? Don't mind me. Anyway, get back here and you get vehicle information. This is pretty good. This is pretty handy, don't you think? Owner's handbook is over here. All digitalized. Everything is digital. Let's try to input an address, okay? Let's input this. Let's probably want to go to Bali, okay? You can type in here using your finger and take a look at the screen. Type another word there, and let's say it's A. Let's say L-I, and it comes all, and it doesn't only says the word, but it also shows you the exact location of where it is. You can zoom as far away as you want. 1,000 kilometers. Yeah. Now, let's navigate this way, don't you think? Don't you think that's convenient? Navigating through the orb. But one more thing that is quite interesting is that this is a touchpad over here, if you haven't noticed. Take a look at this. It's a touchpad. So what you can do is you can assign a shortcut button. Let's say we press this to save, press and hold down favorite button. Okay. Let's say we want to put multimedia as a shortcut button. Now you can just press 1 and it goes to multimedia. How smart is that? Alright, now we're going to navigate through the city. Let's drive around and see what I have to think about the Mini. Now we are driving inside the Mini Cooper S. Now, what do I think of the driving experience? It's a fun car to drive, to be honest. It's very responsive. In traffic like this, it's not a hassle. You have a start-stop function, by the way, here. Turning it off. So I prefer it off because it's not really that functional when you're moving about. It's a very, very comfortable car. If you're overtaking someone, it has the power. It has the power. The cornering is super responsive. Take a look at that. The Mini Cooper is actually based on the BMW 1 Series. So if you're driving this, you're actually having a bit of experience of having a BMW because it's a BMW group anyway. The throttle response is really accurate. If you're putting your pedal, there's just a slight bit of turbo lag there, but nothing too much major that you just want to kill yourself. So it's very comfortable, to be honest. I mean, surprisingly, it's very comfortable. It's just so refined. And I didn't really think that a Mini Cooper could be this tame. Could be this grown up. It's very mature, and I can tell that BMW, I can tell that Mini Cooper actually made such a quality car for a very good, reasonable price. I mean, take a look at this door. This door is frameless, man. This is a frameless door in a Mini Cooper. How about that? You know, I love frameless doors. I adore frameless doors. Honestly, people appreciate Mini Cooper when they see one because they remember the heritage, they remember the history. I love this car because of what it is. It's because the love of a Mini Cooper actually grown inside you when you're in one, when you're driving one. And that's what I experience now. Alright, what do you think of this car? Let me know in the comment below. Like, subscribe if you haven't. Goodbye. See you. I'm just gonna take the public transport now. You wanna come with me?
No, I will stay here.
Alright, goodbye.
Bye.
He just doesn't want to know. He'll take the bus home.